Hello to you and welcome to Farming Simulator 15. An introduction, if you like, to the new Let's Play that's coming up quite soon. I think maybe about a week, but hopefully a bit less. We'll see. And I'm having to make a lot of changes to the map we'll be using, but all the same, I want to show it to you. And I want to show you the problems there are with it and what I'm doing to fix them, okay? So, I should say two things. The first is I'm recording what you see. I'm not recording directly from the game at the moment. So it's called Crown of Aragon. Now, Aragon is a comunidad or area, region in the east of Spain, a large region. I live close to Madrid, which is right smack in, well, it's sort of smack in the middle and then up a bit in Spain. So this is not a long way from where I am, especially the sort of capital of the region. I've been there several times, so I know this place a little bit, and I thought, well, it's nice for me. Let's play it together. We're going to be using soil mods, so that will make it interesting. I'm going to make it very challenging, which again you will see. A little bit about what it says here, just to say you got all the normal stuff. Fields are medium size, I suppose, so it's possible with single player. There's a couple of big ones and a couple of little ones, but overall, yeah. The usual cattle fattening, pigs and beef. We've also got chicken fattening, I suppose we'd call it. So there's all that, and cows and sheep and stuff. Right. As extras, we've got flour, which we're using on the Russian map as well. We'll be making bread, sugar and salt, olive oil, and a whole lot more. So we'll have apples, peaches, pears, lemons, I think. Don't know, loads of stuff. But let's have a look at the problems with the map. Now, when I start, anybody who's been to Spain will recognise this thing right away. It's quite common, and it's a Spanish drink, kind of advertising. But that's okay. I'm going to begin by showing you this map. You'll see. Have a look around the map. Okay, you can see the size of the map, but it's difficult to see the edge of the fields because of the way the map is. But that's just the way the map mod is. You'll see G1, G2, G3. These are areas for development. You can buy these areas and put placeables on them or do whatever you like with them. So that's one thing, nice thing about the map. It does use buyable objects, I think it's called, the mod. So you start with a basic kind of farm. If you want to breed pigs, you have to buy the pig breeding facility and so on. If you want biogas, you have to buy the biogas plants to use it, and that sort of thing. So it's I think it will be fun. We can start with very little and build up to buy lots of things on the map that we might or might not enjoy doing, or don't know, we can do what we like. So I'll show you. I'm going to tab across to the dairy farm first, or shall I go? No, I'm going to go to the one by might be able to see garden centre and garden centre. I don't know why it says it twice, but it does. There we are. Now, I'm not going to bother with looking at the equipment, because the equipment is not going to be what we're playing with. Actually, well, okay, if you want to play it yourself, you get the sort of basic stuff, more or less what you get when you play an unmodded map. So here's the sort of farm. It's quite Spartan, but at the same time functional. It does what it's supposed to do. Oh, you can see the equipment. It's very basic. Oh, you have got a decent combine harvester, which is nice. Now, one of the problems I want to show you, which you can't really see very well, in fact, is as we drive past the reeds beside the water, kind of sparkle. There's no better way of telling you that. And so do these trees. Now this gate, oh, it's decided to work. I tried to fix something earlier, and I think I did. Anyway, more to the point. So, yeah, its textures really is the problem. Well, one of the problems. You can see the textures of these trees that kind of sparkle. And so do the textures of the road. Or the mud-dirt track, isn't it? And if I accelerate a bit and get onto the road, the narrow road anyway, you'll see that one kind of sparkles as well. Now these trees don't sparkle. Okay. So there's sort of differences between certain things. Now one thing about these trees, they are buyable. I'm going to show you a part of my garage anyway. And so, okay, there are greenhouses on the map. We have to buy them, so I'll show you a little bit of that. So we've got olive trees, look, apricot trees, pear trees, apple trees. Now if you've used, and salt. If you've used any of these multi-fruit mods before with a view to these trees, you'll recognize some of them. You probably won't recognize the olive tree, of which we have to buy like a big field full. So 576 that's a lot, but surprisingly enough, it does not slow the map down. So some of these you won't recognize because they're not generally used, and there's a reason they're not used. Or I don't know what to say really, but they look like this. They're awful. Now I don't know. I think the map author made changes that make these sparkle even more. I've changed them. They no longer sparkle. It's to do with MIP maps. It's basically the file format and how it's been edited. Yeah. So I'm going to head up to the dairy farm, towards the dairy farm. So don't worry about the sparkles. I've got rid of them. Dairy farm is over here. Look at that. Isn't it awful? Is it? But it's only textures. That's all it is. There's nothing wrong. Hang on. This one's by the dairy farm, so I might as well use this one. Oh, brakes on. Oh, can you see the soil mod down there? I think I might start without it and say, like, I don't know, 50,000 or 80,000, then I can start using it. Those lights flicker on that thing. There's a lot of flickering No, I don't want to be unfair. There's some flickering textures. We can use this. We can do dairy farming, we can do sheep farming, and we can do chicken farming. All the normal vanilla stuff we can do. What we can't do is the other stuff. I'll show you one or two of them, including this. You see these weird white line things happening here? That's the textures. It's nothing to do with my computer. If I accelerate here, I'm going to show you one of these development sites and what they are. So, and I suppose I'm showing you the sort of buyable mods thing as well. You can see this thing. Right, if I walk forward a bit, terrain, in other words, development stuff. So for 540,000 euros, I can buy that big bit of land and I can build on it. So great fun with placeable objects. I'm pretty good with Giant's editor, so we can edit those as well. Now there are things like this. Now obviously this is the BGA. Walk up to it, 1,500,000, and we can use the BGA. So this is going to be quite a challenge, and the upkeep for that is 960 euros per day. So we're going to have to make a lot of money before we get anywhere there. I'm hearing all sorts of funny sounds in my headset. I mean, here's another kind of facility. This one is a bakery. Yeah, bakery. So I think so, but we can't actually use it yet because we're going to have to buy it. We've got problems with textures down here. This first one flashes. One thing about these trees. Now, you see that green square in the middle? That's supposed to say, like, I don't know, Rostel Smash or something weird like that. I can't, well, weird. It's a German name. And that name has been removed by the mod author, which makes me very angry because that person is the mod owner has worked very hard to make this thing worth playing, worth using, and I don't approve of changes that have been made. And there are more things as well. So down there, that's the bakery. Got some people walking around, fair enough. They're not too bad actually, they're not really annoying. That said, I'd quite like to remove them. There's a thing on the floor, I think. No, it's just something. Here's another example. Now this building here, this shop, is actually by an author. I think it might be by that German guy, I'm not sure. And it's been edited and all kinds of stuff, but there's nothing from the map author to say thank you, which I think is wrong. But there we are. I mean, he stuck the word deer on the side. That's just a simple object. So more thing. Anyway, there's the map. We do have. It's very nicely done, actually. So we have, as you can see, lots of trees to cut down. There are more to the top of the map, the bottom of the map. But well, yeah. There are. Oh, I know what I didn't show you. Oh, well. We'll just carry on. We could drive right around the map, and you'll get a feel for what we're going to be up against. Now, looking ahead, we've got sparkly roads, and what's that over there? Is that what I think it is? Yep. I think this is one of the multi-fruits we'll be able to grow. Yes, it is. Oh, suddenly I'm getting some. I seem to get dropping frame rates near the edge of the map. So here, look, sunflowers. It's one of our crops. Thank you, multi-mod. This is another one. Textures flicker. There are a few places textures flicker. The roads aren't done right. There's a few little things, but I'm either fixing those things or they were fixed along the way. It depends a bit on how serious those problems are. Now, carrying on. Now, one of the things about the soil mod, I said about not using it right at the beginning. This is the breeding facilities, but we do have to pay to use them, as I said. Right. Oh, you're going to see a wonderful large. Look at these trees. They're awful. They're like. they're. I don't know. You'll see things pop into view quite a long way away. I've fixed that too. Yeah, that's one of our farms. Oh no, that's that. So there's the greenhouses as another example. So we can buy those eventually. All the trees. Take the fruit from the trees if we want to. If we don't, that's fine too. And look out, this is one. I mean, it looks great, doesn't it? Really. It's an amazing map. I think the author worked very hard, and that's great. I think he tried to make some improvements with textures that didn't really come off. But I have seen videos. There's only a couple on YouTube, but they do have. The graphics look a lot better. They don't look like this like it is. So I don't know what causes it on mine, but it does. And over there's the sheep farm and more. Yeah. Now what else? Well, I don't know. I mean, you get the idea of what we'll be doing. And just to give you an idea of certain things, if I open this is the Hagenstat thing, and I am selling, sell. Okay, sell. So I won't do it all right now, but I'm going. We did own quite a lot of fields, I suppose. I'm going to be selling all but one field, and we will be using. I'm pretty sure we'll be using this tractor, which is I can buy that. I'll buy it now. And we'll be using Rosenthaler. We'll be using, I don't know, that one, I think. I wonder if I go, if I go to Placeables, there we are, that Rosenthaler. I mean, these are like garden centres, markets, more manufacturing stuff. And then over here, look, can you see what I mean? They just deleted the name Rosenthaler and put it in the mod. And what else we need? One at Harvester, that one, I think. Yeah, that one. Well, I might change my mind, but as far as I know, that one. So our equipment will be this. This is what we start with. So that'll be fun. And one field. And soil mods waiting. We're going to have between somewhere around about 500 to 1,000 euros. We won't have a loan, but we will not borrow money either. It's a bit loud. What happened? I turned the volume down. Oh, that's better. Right. Okay, so there you are. You've got a feel for the mod. Don't go away. What I'm going to show you very quickly now is what I've been doing with the mod so far, and let you see. I'm not going to take you everywhere because it takes too long, but I'm going to let you see the map as it is now, and then you can see it. And so game reloaded. We're back by the Black Bull, of course, and here he is driving down the road. Now, what I won't, like I said, I won't show you loads of stuff. Oh, the sound. Let's just save it again. Make sure the sound. I don't know what happened to the volume just now, but it kind of messed up, didn't it? So yeah, you should be able to see right away. The road looks normal. The trees look kind of normal. The trees were awful. I'll show you a bit of what I've changed. Trees are still popping in. You were over there just now, so you saw that. There's some things like okay, some of you won't like this, but I just been changing this, and that one obviously didn't take. This one? Ah, okay. I was trying to get these signs to be non-collidable because I keep bumping into them, and I'm really getting really annoyed. So a lot of textures, actually not that many textures edited, but you see these trees, they're like cutouts, really awful. Now he's got them on the edge of the map, no problem. I mean, that's just normal, isn't it? But the problem with me is they were also in the middle of the map, right in the middle. I mean, I was driving past them all the time. It really annoyed me. Oh, and here's another one of see what I mean? There we go. So there we are. Anyway, text is fixed, and various things. We even have to buy these few trees here, but that was all right really, because it gives us a bit of a start. I'm just going to show you the village. I didn't really I forgot to show you. There is a roof flickering at the top, and I can't stop it. So I'm going to replace the whole house. So yeah, there were different things kind of slowing the game down. This field. Oh no, what's happened? Half the field is back as it was. No, it's not. What's happened to his textures? That's just weird. Alright, let's put that right. See what I mean? There's all these things I'm having to put right all the time. It's one thing after another. Graphics are going a bit weird now. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so we've still got the people walking around. We've also got people sitting, because if you drive through a village in Spain, it's what they do. They still sit outside their houses doing stuff. I don't know what they do actually, but they do it. And this is the flickering house. I think I'll just replace it. What else have we got done? The lorries with the weird textures there. They're flickering textures. They've been replaced completely. There at the top, well, that was a flickering texture. It's not flickering now, but there's something wrong with the bricks. Can you see the texture there? There's still these little things. Really annoying. Yeah, and there's sort of more people sitting around, and so we've now got Plaza Mayor. That might mean something to somebody. If it doesn't, well, we've got, here it is, Plaza Mayor. Look at these. This is a light doing something weird. Can't figure out what that is. Where is it? I don't know if it might even be the sun. So I've sort of brightened that up a bit. You've got Plaza Mayor there. Somebody doing stuff outside the church. See what I'm? It's definitely the light, isn't it? Do you think it's the lights? Anyway, more editing to do, I suppose. So a lot of trees replaced and stuff. Brightened up a bit, and I'll finish some stuff off, and I will see you when that's finished. Which will be very soon. In the next video, you're going to see a bit of how I fixed it. Although I'm not sure if I've actually got time to edit that one. Yeah. Anyway, there we are. This is where we will be. We will start, as I said, we'll start with one field. I think it's field, was it 27? Yeah, field 27, which is on the left. And we'll be probably based in the dairy farm. The farms aren't very impressive. I'll edit that a bit and put some rubbish lying around. And we'll start doing stuff. Alrighty. See you soon. Keep watching the Russian one. That's not going to stop. We're gonna have two to watch instead of one. That's all. And bye for now. See you.